In a quest for fine living, luxury living, this appears on my desk. What is this? This is a 4-bedroom sitting on a quarter of an acre with modern architectural designs inside it. This has a lot. Villa comes 4 bedrooms all en suite with 1 SQ. It sits on a quarter of an acre with room to do your own swimming pool if you want to. What really intrigues me is not only what is inside, but also what it comes with on the exterior. It comes with a parking for 4 to 5 cars if you want to. A lot of privacy. It's a community. It has a lot of amenities in the compound. 2 swimming pools, 2 clubhouses, 2 steam and saunas, 3 acre for recreational area. It has golf carts in the compound to serve you convenience and efficiency. The question is how much? This villa is in the market from 108 million all the way to 129. It depends on what you choose. There is a difference when it comes to lot size and maybe the size of the particular unit. The layout is standard, but then again the size will bring the difference. The price is from 108 million all the way to 129 million. It's your guy Boris. They call me the wolf of real estate, and I still don't know up to now why. But maybe this would explain why they call me the wolf of real estate in Nairobi. So where I'm standing, of course, you're parking, then turn this way. This becomes the facade of this property. Comes with all that beautiful zero-joint stones. It comes with dark Mazera stones as well. It comes with this sophisticated facade, which of course brings the beauty of this particular villa. But mostly on the other side is a huge garden, which of course gives you room in case you want to do your swimming pool. You can do it on that other side. As you can see, we have this that looks very beautiful, stones and plants nicely placed on the garden, but then it doesn't come with this. But then if you want this, we can link you up with the guys who have done this. But then I like the fact that all villas are coming with the car shades, and also the garden gives you room to play with all those plants you want to play around with just to beautify your garden. It's still raw. We are still working on the garden. It's a work of art ongoing, which of course I do like. On the floor is not a normal cabro, it's cobblestones on the floor, durable, easy to clean, and of course they improve the aesthetics of the property. On the right hand side is where I want to show you something very special. Come with me this way, I want to show you something. Come this way. Now if you look closely, realize that this glass facade here is tinted just to bring privacy in the main lounge. Remember, the main lounge has a double volume ceiling, a lot of natural lighting and aeration in that space. But then there is something more intriguing. And what is this thing? Come this way, I want to show you something more intriguing. All the windows are huge, as you can see. I have all these big windows bringing natural lighting to the property. Not forgetting the wall master on the facade and on the exterior of this listing. It's beautiful, nicely contrasting, adding beauty on this listing. And beside this becomes a patio. It can serve as a place that anybody who wants to just have fresh air can come and sit here. But then if you want to convert it into an outdoor breakfast area, it can still work. And I like the fact that it has a shade over there. In case the sun is out and it's too strong, you can just go under that shade and enjoy the shade. But then the most important thing is this. On the floor, I got you non-slip tiles, wooden-like. These are not your normal tiles. These tiles are durable, high-end, and as I mentioned on the other video, these tiles have been imported by the developer. I told you this developer on my list of the best developers in the entire Nairobi luxury real estate landscape. This developer falls under top 3 developers who do a good job in the market. Trust me, I'm not just trying to sell them, but then the truth is I have worked with them, I have seen what they do, I've experienced their work. All right, they are credible developers. I will not mention the name, but in case you're interested, the number is always on your screen. I will link you up, then we can do business. Down to the floor, we've got all these concrete pavers just to allow you to walk around the property without stepping on the grass. Sometimes it can be a bit, you can have dew on the grass, but then also this protects your grass. You can have it green for the longest time. Come this way, I want to show you something very special on the right hand side. Look, this is your guest bedroom. And then this time, the guest bedroom has a patio, private to it. That is so special, with a shade on top and some nice light fixtures. Of course, they don't come with a unit, but then again, you can copy that or do something different. Let's move this side, show you something very special. I think you'll like it. The tiles you saw on the other side are similar to what you're seeing here. The windows are huge enough. More natural lighting into your guest bedroom. Come. As you can see, the concrete pavers are still around the property, you know, they're circling the property, and therefore your garden is still intact. And I like that. And you can see we have just begun planting some, plants around the property just to wind on the fence and bring a uniform green fence that brings in privacy into your property. It's so important. This is where you have your wet kitchen and your laundry area. We can call it a scullery. It's just hidden inside here, just adjacent to your dry kitchen. On the right hand side, this is where you have your SQ. The 4-bedroom comes with one SQ. It's ensuite, it's clean, it's nicely done with high ceilings. Now, so important, gardens are not gardens at night without the garden lightings. Now look, we're also giving you garden lights just to brighten and illuminate your garden in the evening or at night. Just in case you have evening gatherings, this would serve you well. So then let's go this way, show you the most important thing that everyone is waiting to see. This becomes the best listing of 2025 in May. It's a property of the month. There is nothing right now in the market that can compete with this. When it comes to space, number one, when it comes to finishes, number two, when it comes to price point. I think in the market right now, this is the only property that gives you value for your money. But then, something so intriguing is this Tanzanian teak door. It's huge, it's a pivot door, it's clean, it's welcoming us into the property. But then the most important thing is we have a shade over us. The sun is shining on the other side. It feels cooler over here. Around the village, I have trees, I have forests, so therefore we have fresh air. It's a cul-de-sac, and therefore there is more privacy. No one is eavesdropping into your property. You have no neighbors on the other side. It's only your community of high-end elite individuals who have worked so hard and they want value for their money. This is the only place that gives you value for your money. And you know me, I don't just showcase properties. I showcase things of value that aligns with your desires and your interests. Without wasting much time, I want to go in, show you what we have in this beautiful villa in Loresho. Thank you so much for sticking with me up to this point. Let's go and get to see what we have in the villa. Wow! Terry! Back to Terry. Terry, what do you have? I mean, what is there in this listing? I mean, I've walked around the villa, but then coming inside feels very homely. It's welcoming. I think this is just value for my money.
Absolutely right, Boris. Just from the moment you stepped in, I know you felt that ambience that we have going on here. And from the exterior, you'll be able to notice what kind of marvel we have in this property.
For sure, it is a marvel. But then the most intriguing thing is the double volume ceiling. Look at that. Look at the ceiling. Look at the gypsum nicely done, the spotlights, the chandelier. I think this is one of the most gigantic chandeliers I've ever seen in any villa. The lighting flowing in. Remember, that window is tinted, and therefore from the outside you can get to see what's happening inside. It's one way, and I like that.
I know you do, Boris. And if you notice, just from the entry foyer, it's not your typical one. From the moment you step in, you are met with a spiral staircase. You have this wide area that's welcoming you into this living 100%. Area that is quite nice, well lit, and very spacious, as you can see.
Yes. Based on experience, what do you have in the market that can compete this when it comes to space and, high-end finishing? What do you have?
In all honesty, I'm not being biased. I'm thinking, but nothing really comes to mind if you ask me. Because this is entirely something that is not seen in the market as usual. The sizing, the amenities given, the spacing just from the exterior. I'm pretty sure you've seen the garden space that we have.
I liked it.
So I don't think we have anything that any developer, the finishes are high end. And if you notice, we have a bar tucked away in that side.
Yes.
I mean, just the way everything has been laid out in the entire villa, it's of its own caliber, it's of its own style. It's of its own class.
I like that. We have a lot of air circulation in the property. There is more space. A space for, you know, a bench if you want to. I have that one over there that becomes your clock room. Of course, it's clean, nicely finished. And this space here has been left for a spiral stairs taking you up into the other levels of the property. So tell me, what do you have inside that clock room? Show them what you have inside.
I could tell you, but better still, I could show you. Come on, guys. As you step into this clock room, which is well tucked away, guys, you have this floating vanity sink, which is quite nice. And you also have this black features, which mesh well with the color palette used in the entire space of this clock room. And guys, come on, I want to show you something. This is not your typical feature. We have this textured wall, which is quite nice and makes just a very beautiful blend of what we have going on here. We have the water closet, we have the bidet, and we also have that beautiful deco hanging there. I mean, it's not every day you see a deco inside a clock room, so it makes sense. And we also have this pendant lighting, which does not come with the property, but if you need it, we have the provision for it. We have this beautifully placed mirror, and also to my other side, we have this casement window allowing fresh air to maneuver all throughout this space of the clock room. And Boris,
I like my view from here. The view looks so beautiful. I mean, I'm inside, but then I can also appreciate the view from this point. The glass and the wooden balustrades, I mean, it's so clean, looks very high-end, looks so luxurious, and I like that. I also like the idea of using this wall as a wine cellar, so you can just go get your wine and have it on this space. And also having this bar countertop, it gives you the idea of what exactly you could do with this space. Remember, this is not the dining area. We have private dining area tucked away on the other side, which will show you in a bit. So then, Terry, if I was not to go with this, I would maybe add my furniture. Look, your lounge can extend to this point. You can have 2 of these would fit so well, and 2 more seats on that side. It shows you how big this lounge is. For those who don't take alcohol, don't drink, blah, blah, you can do it with these and extend your lounge to this point. How about that?
absolutely, it's quite spacious. I mean, this is not necessary, it's just for the few, but if you need maybe, I think you could have literally an L-shaped running from that corner to this other corner.
Exactly.
You can accommodate up to, I don't know.
I like that, but then also, Terry, if you're very keen, realize that on the walls, the stager has played so well with the walls just to bring the beauty out of plain walls. I like the texture on the wallpaper. The color is also welcoming. But the most intriguing wall is that wall. That is one of the most huge wall I've ever seen with a wallpaper, from the floor all the way to the ceiling, with some nature, some olive green, just calming me in the house, to make me relax. I like the idea of having that space the way it is. Not only that, on the other wall, I like the size of that portrait and also like the texture on it. It's so nice, so rough. It portrays nature on a piece, and I like it. But then, Terry, what do we have on the left-hand side of this property?
Just behind me, Boris, you'll notice before we go to the dining area, I want you to notice this Tanzanian teak wooden slats that we have here that create a very nice division between the lounge space and the dining area, but still maintaining the free flow of space that we have in this area. I think it's quite well done. And when we walk in here, this is where we have the dining space. I mean, it's quite nice. The fact that it's not your typical setup, in the sense that, you know, you're still here, but you can also see what is happening on the lounge space.
I like that. I like the connection. I mean, it looks very nice. The plan and the layout is nicely done. Of course, it gives you a connection between the dining and the other side. But the most important thing I'm seeing on this dining area is the number of windows. I've got 2 huge windows, French windows, bring in natural lighting as well as fresh air. But then if you look up, you realize that the gypsum has been nicely done. The spotlights are beautiful. I don't know what you have to say.
Boris, before anything, you also have to notice the ceiling height and how consistent it is. I mean, just look at that distance that we have going on here. I think it's quite nice, very airy. And it complements the French windows and more vibrant.
More vibrant, not like the tiles on the floor. Look at the size of these tiles. I mean, the size of these tiles complement the size of the house. They're so huge and they're so subtle. They're very earthy and so rich. On the right-hand side here is your kitchen and terrace. You know, this is your part. I mean, I don't know. Should I take these guys through the kitchen?
Well,
or you can?
I can take them through because I do love a well put together kitchen. And if you notice, it comes fitted. It comes with 2 inductions, 4 burners, and it also comes fitted with an oven and a microwave, not to forget this space that we have for a 2-door fridge. So I think it's quite convenient that it flows just directly from the dining space immediately to the kitchen counter. And it has this beautiful white granite countertop which has dark veins going all through, and I think it complements very well considering we have this dark burner and induction over here and the hood just right above. They have utilized this island over here, making more storage here for your pots, making easy for you to just place it on top and start cooking. Boris, what do you think?
I like the idea, but then the most intriguing idea in this kitchen is the fact that the cabinetries or the storage is just within your reach. If you look closely, realize that this is not highly placed. There is more space on top you can easily clean. That is so important. Then if you move this side, there is something very special. You see, this provision has been left for any kind of fridge you have. Look, there's some fridges in the market that are quite huge than this one. They can easily fit to this point. There is more space for that area.
I mean, that is true. And not to forget, we also have an organizer here. I mean, the space has been well thought out. And on this other side, we have the same white granite running all throughout the entire kitchen space. And we have this stainless double sink over here, which is quite deep and also making it convenient to clean, do some dishes here and there, clean some vegetables. The pull-out faucet is dark, also complementing the white kitchen that we have here.
I like that. I mean, that window is another thing. This window gives you beautiful view of the exterior. As of now, the plants are still coming up. And so therefore, if I was to open that, you won't like it. But in the next like 3-4 months, then it's gonna be all green around your property. It's so important. Terry, it's all white inside here, but then again, I like the backsplash. It's a bit dark, contrasting nicely with the white kitchen. But then down there is the dishwashing machine, which comes with the villa. Terry, I'm wondering, do we have another kitchen on the other side, or these all?
Boris, just behind you, we have a scullery and a pantry. I think you're easily accessible to them, that you can show the guys.
Of course, this is the pantry, but then again, we have our shooting equipment stacked inside here. You won't like it. But what you like about this space is the black shelves. I'll just open like that, then close. Then this side, there's something very special. This works as your scullery. You have 2 sinks, more cabinetries within your reach, a provision for your washer and your dryer. That takes you out to the SQ. The space is enough. The tiles on the floor are of high quality. The height is also decent. And I also like the fact that they have still used the Tanzanian teak on the door frames. It beautifies the villa itself. Where else do you go, Terry?
Boris, I'm really anxious to show you the other floor of the villa, but before we proceed, I want to show you the first bedroom. That can be considered also as the guest bedroom.
Okay, take it on then. Show them what we have on that space in the first bedroom of this 4-bedroom villa. And Terry, I know there's much to say about this space, but then, I mean, just check them through. Show them what you have over there. I mean, I like it. Just show them.
We have this first bedroom that can also be used as a guest bedroom. I love the fact that it's well tucked away. It has a mini entry foyer, making it, very convenient in the sense that you're not directly to the dining area. Boris, what do you think?
What I think is, I don't think about the guests. I don't care about you, man. I mean, don't come to my house. I care about my folks, my grandpa and my grandma. This can serve them so well because it's down here. They don't need to walk up the stairs to the other rooms. They can just walk into this space. Or maybe if they are handicapped, or maybe if they have they can't walk. You can just, if they're old, you can just move them into this space. That's what I think about right now. So with that, I think this room serves that kind of person so well. The guest is my second option. I like the height of the ceiling, of course. The height is so high. There is a lot of natural lighting into this space. To be honest, this bedroom would be a master bedroom or a primary bedroom in many villas in the market, as well as high-end apartments in the neighborhood.
Absolutely, I completely agree with you on that, because the sizing that we have here is not as common in other, villas. They give this type of tight space for a bedroom, but I think this is quite well thought of, and this is quite convenient.
Yes.
Not forgetting that we have an access door here that leads you to the outside patio that you can just use to entertain and just relax. Take your time and wind through the day and how everything went down, I believe so.
That makes sense. The reason why we have that patio over there is for our folks, right? In case they're tired with the interior, they can just go outside there, sit, sip coffee, maybe have a chat with your daughter or son privately on the other side. Makes sense a lot. So for me, the guest is the last option. Don't come to my house. Okay, Terry.
I know you guys are wondering where is the closet space, which is well placed here. You have plenty of it. And then you will notice that they're sliding doors, making it convenient and saves up on space, as opposed to opening it up. 100%. It makes it quite convenient. And behind me, we have this casement window, making it bright, vibrant, and you have easy access to check out what's happening in the garden space. I mean, it makes it more vibrant, allowing more natural light to come in and also fresh air. Boris, what do you think?
I think this wall serves me well. This would be my TV wall in case you want to fit a TV for your granny, for your papa, for your mama, for your dada. Can fit in very well on this wall. So the other side, that should be your washroom. Terry, what do you have inside that washroom?
It is quite enormous, Boris.
You think so?
I'd love for you guys to see it. This is not your typical mummy and daddy's room, bathroom, because look at it. In most areas, you'll find that this would be given to a master,
yes, 100%.
I mean, if you check this space, it's quite enormous. I love the fact that it's well thought of. Just as Boris mentioned, if you're handicapped, I can imagine coming in here and taking a shower. It makes it very convenient and very easy access for them.
Very true, 100%. I mean, the washroom comes with all those black fittings on the walls. I like the color of the tiles. I also like the sink, the vanity, the stylish mirror. I like the windows, so huge, bringing natural lighting. Anti-mist spotlights on the ceiling. The ceiling is consistent, so high. The frameless glass, beautiful. The space is just decent. And back to this side, I don't know what you have on the other side, because Terry has been, putting pressure on me, Boris. We need to get to see what you have on the next level. And I've been wondering, how do we get to the next level? It's only one way. Which way? It's by these spiral stairs that takes us to the next level, Terry.
And before we proceed upstairs, Boris, I want you to notice this space that we have just below the spiral staircase.
Yes.
I think if you're an artistic person, you could have a piano here, make it look very nice and stylish.
Yep.
If you have an aquarium, maybe if you're a painter, I think this would be the space to do that.
Very true. I mean, if you're somebody who likes reading like Boris, you'll see, you could have that as your reading area, reading corner. Would do so well. Maybe if you have portraits, you can fit them nicely on that corner. But then if you are a winner, just like Boris and Terry, then that can fit very well a trophy corner, where you just put your trophies, your awards, your blah, blah, you display them over there. So when somebody walks into this property, then they just turn this side, they see the height of the double volume ceiling, then they turn this side, then wow, it's all about your achievements. If you're an achiever and you like to be recognized, then that will suit you so well. It looks like a museum, I don't know, it would serve like a museum or something.
I think it would serve like a beautiful museum.
But then Terry, I mean, what is this? Does it come with the house?
Unfortunately, no. It's a piece of decor that just has been put there to correspond to the spiral staircase that we have here. It's woody, it's earthy, making it vibe well with what we have going on and the aesthetics of the entire villa.
I love that. Many times I walk into villas, mostly the old school vintage antique villas, you realize that they have spiral stairs, but they lack one or two important things. What are they? They lack these casement windows on the spiral stairs that brings in natural lighting, illuminating the spiral staircase, just beautifying it. And that is so important on this villa. The entire wall, 80% is just windows. It's beautiful. Then here we are into the family lounge. I like the space here. It feels very airy. I like the layout, right? You sit here. Tired of watching the TV, you can turn that side and get to see the Tanzanian antique displayed nicely on the stair. Or then again, you can throw your eyes on the other side and get to appreciate the double volume ceiling. The space feels very homely. The wall here has been nicely staged with a wallpaper that's a bit textured, complementing the furniture that's been used on the family lounge. I love it.
I think it's quite nice, the fact that the moment you just come off the staircase, you walk into this space and it's still very much spacious. I think it's not your typical layout whereby, you know, some have the family room a bit tucked away, but I feel like this one is well put together in the sense that maybe you have guests on the launch downstairs. You could easily stand here and just have a look at what's happening down there.
I like that. I like the idea of it being open. I didn't see that. There is some openness in the family lounge. Long gone are the days I used to have lounges that are family lounges that are very tight and, you know, compact in a room. You have to open a door, then walk in. This is a bit unconventional. It's modern. It's trendy. It's beautiful. Windows are still consistent. Huge windows, more natural lighting from this side, that side, and the other side. Feels very airy. Terry, on this level, how many bedrooms do we have?
We have 3 bedrooms on this level, including the master bedroom as well. Just where you're headed through, that is where we will be able to see the beauties that we have tucked away there. But before we go, I know you've noticed something there, Boris.
Of course, what is that?
It is a nook that has been put there. You could use it maybe as a semi-office space. You could also use it just to read your books. And also you could use it to hang maybe your achievements on that side because it also has the shelving there.
I love it. I like where it has been placed. It's just tucked away. It's, you know, you can really side add some sliding doors if you want to, just for more, you know, privacy and quiet space, you can do that. But then the way it has been placed, thumbs up. Good job. What do you have here? This becomes your second bedroom?
Ideally, it mimics the first bedroom, but in this sense, it is quite more spacious in this sizing because you'll notice the other one is not as spacious as this one. And it's also en suite, comes with the big windows, allowing the natural lighting. Just from where you're standing, Boris, you're squinting because the light is coming through your eyes.
Yes, true.
Absolutely.
Very true, 100%, 100%.
You'll also notice the ceiling is still quite high. I mean, it's still very nice. Very airy, the light coming in through. Behind you, we have the closet with the sliding doors, still consistent, and you also have more shelving, allowing you to organize your stuff according to the way you'd want them to be done.
100%. But then what has really piqued my attention or my interest is the space around the bed. There is more space around it. I can easily move around comfortably. But then I want to show them what we have on this side. But before we get to this side, I want to show you something. I have sockets all over. These to plug and play all over. Sockets are all over. You're never short of sockets. Very important. Terry has just mentioned about the height. It's beautiful. But then for me, I've seen something different. I've seen the Tanzanian antique on the floor. Feels very nice, solid on the floor. The height, of course, is consistent. But then the gypsum is nicely done. Then you're also getting a provision for your curtain railing hidden inside there. Gorgeous. Into the washroom. This washroom comes as is. The washroom has grey tiles on the wall, from the floor all the way to the ceiling. And then the most important thing is the fact that I didn't give you a plain grey canvas. On top, I added spots of black on the towel rack, on the knobs, on the rain shower head, on the telephone shower. And then of course you get a sink, wide enough, very stylish. You also get a stylish mirror. And of course, you can also copy the pendant lighting, and the toilet is tucked away on the left-hand side. Terry, where else do we go to?
We are proceeding to the third bedroom, which is immediately opposite the second one, making it so nice. Maybe if you have siblings, maybe if you have kids, I think it would be so nice the fact that they're so close to each other. They'd be able to have that safety and that connection being so close to each other.
I like that, but then again, this is a bit different. It's a bit spacious. There's more space in it. Of course, the height is similar. The color tones are similar. The window on this side gives you a different view. more lighting into this space. The layout is a bit different. On this bedroom, the closet is not in your bed area. The closet is also tucked away on the other side. I don't know, Terry, that's what I can see.
It's amazing. I think it's quite nice. And we also have the sockets running all throughout the entire space. Not to forget, just behind you, you could use it maybe as having a makeup vanity, or you could have a console. It just depends on what you want to do with the space. You're not limited at all because we have the desk behind you. It's quite lengthy. It gives you a vivid description of what you could fit there.
I like that. I mean, if this can fit here, it tells you there's more space. If this can fit and still allow you more space around it, it shows you that there is more space in this bedroom. But then there is more on this side. Of course, Terry talked about the sliding doors. I won't mention about that anymore. I will show you what I have in this washroom. It's a bit different. The layout also is a bit different from the one you've seen on the other side. This washroom has a linear presentation, which of course I do like. The sink is here, the vanity, the stylish mirror on the other side. Your toilet is in between, and then this becomes your showering area. And I like the step allowing water to flow into one direction. The height is decent. The casement window are frosted, and the black pops up nicely from the subtle gray on the wall. Not forgetting the Tanzanian teak running all round. Don't forget, all the taps are hands grow. Let me take you back to Terry. Terry, where else are we going to? I mean, the property is a bit confusing. There's a lot of, rooms and spaces. What else do we have? Because guys are waiting to see the private suite, and it's taking too long.
I don't want to take too much of your time, guys. I want to show you how the primary suite looks like. And just behind me, as I enter through this entry foyer that we have here, which is quite spacious. If you look, my hands are literally not able to touch the wall still.
I love that.
That tells you it is quite large, Boris.
Yeah.
I know you really are waiting to see how this primary suite looks like. I mean, come and indulge with me because I know you want to see what's going on here.
I'm seeing this for the first time and I like what I'm seeing. Oh my, I love the bed. Very trendy. Look at the bed. It's very stylish. I mean, this is a design I would copy. I love it.
And I love the fact that it's synchronized as well with the Tanzanian teak on the floor.
Exactly. Behind us is a corner over here which could use for an accent chair and a coffee table. More space in between, more space on the other side. I don't know what is that, but I think it's just slats allowing air circulation into the closet.
Absolutely.
I mean, is there anything else we need to see here? This side, that side, where else?
Behind you, Boris,
Yes.
we are not done yet. We have a sun deck
Okay.
that comes with the primary suite.
Okay.
Quite nice. You could use it to sunbathe, bask. You could get your vitamin D there.
Yeah.
So it's quite nice.
I like that. I also like the fact that, why do you take my points? Why do you take my points? That's the question. Why do you take my points? Come on. That was my point. Anyway, you have all these curtain railing provision, all right? And then this right-hand side gives you a walk-in closet from this point all the way to the far end, all right? All these drawers have a lot of, shoe racks. You can, fold your pants and hang your suits, blah, blah, blah. Your kanzus, your, garments can fit so well in this space. And I like the fact that they slide, and therefore there is more space to walk into the space, and that wall is left for a mirror. So therefore, once you're dressed nicely, you can walk in that space and check if your outfit fits you well. On the right-hand side is not for me, it's for Terry. Terry, take it on.
I want to show them what we have in this primary suite, which is quite nice. We have a his and her sink on this floating vanity, and to that far end we have a soaking tub, which is absolute favorite for me. And we also have the floating water closet. It comes with a bidet, and you also have a shelving there, maybe to put your shower gels, to put your body scrubs. That is the provision for you. And we have a casement window on that side and also on this side, allowing natural light to come in here, and also free flow of air. Not to forget this shower cubicle, making it convenient for you to take your shower with ease, and also this provision that allows the water to flow in one direction. This is quite nice. The dark features that we have in this ensuite primary makes it more vibrant, more cooling. Not not to forget the smart mirrors, the beautifully placed light pendant, the spotlight lights. I think it's quite nice. Boris?
Enough about the bedrooms, the double volume ceiling, the dry kitchen, the wet kitchen, the dining and the patios and the garden and the parking and the space and the blah blah. Guys are waiting to see what we have on the rooftop terrace where you can host, have your birthday parties, have your gatherings, have your events. You can have them upstairs. I want to take you up, show you the size of the rooftop terrace on this villa. And you'll agree with me that this villa is value for our money. Let's go see it.
They're not ready.
Of course, they are under construction. In case you're interested, the number is always on your screen, as I always mention. But then again, before you go, let's see what we have on this rooftop terrace. Terry, let's go. I mean, I like this here. It hides the pipes and all that into this space. Nicely, nicely done, just to beautify, this space. But then here is our rooftop terrace. Wow. Wow.
Let me just take in the space that we have going on here.
Okay.
Typically, this is not what you'd get in other villas in other locations.
Yes.
I mean, this is somewhere that can be used to relax,
Yep.
to host,
Yep.
and also just to entertain family and friends coming over.
Exactly.
It's not that tiny.
I like that. I also like the fact that you've got all these pergolas running all through, just a little bit of a shade. I like that. I also like the stones. This is nice, dark tones, dark Mazera stones, which of course, bring out the best of this villa. On the floor, we have all these stones. I mean, beigey, whitey. I like the contrast between the stones on the floor and the stones on the wall. Looks very nice.
And behind you, Boris, we have a feature that I'd want to just touch on, which
Okay.
is not really common in most villas. Guys, excuse us and the mess going on around. Construction
true.
is still going on. And you'll notice the space that we have here, Boris, it's not quite common in most villas.
What is that?
Can you tell us more about it?
To tell you, this is very intentional. If you go around, you realize that sometimes on villas, rooftop terraces have all these aluminum balustrades, but then again, it's directly zeroing with the wall. Now, this one has more space in between for safety. In case somebody gets to break this, they can fall on the ground. So it's very important.
Amazing.
Yes.
I'm just taking in the fresh air, the breeze coming through, the nature behind me. I think it's quite exquisite.
Of course, it is exquisite. This is a 4-bedroom all-en-suite plus a SKU. It's a villa. It's approximately 8,000 square feet all the way to around, say, 9,000 square feet. But then they vary in terms of sizing, in terms of the lot size, in terms of the shape of the lot as well. I mean, there's a lot of difference. There's a lot of difference when it comes to these villas. This particular one, the price starts from 108 all the way to 129 million. In case you are interested, the number is always on your screen. And then the person on the other side is always Terry. She's the one who's going to take you through this villa just to show you the experience around this property. It's in the market. It's under construction. We are finishing December this year. And there are very few remaining, only 2 remaining right now. In case you are interested, call Terry.
Reach out to the number on the screen, guys. They are selling out fast. You do not want to miss the opportunity to have this being your home. I mean,
of course, and we'll see you on the next one.
au revoir.